For me, what stands out is the amount of things happening now in this period. A period that I've identified to be solar maximum. Making the connection between this period of increased solar activity, which is a regular period on average every 9 to 11 years, but it varies. And we're at the tail end of this sunspot cycle number 24. A lot of humans haven't connected the dots for themselves. However, between these periods of more sunspots, CMEs, geomagnetic storms, and things happening on the Earth, things like more suicides, things like more people moving from one place to another, things like more flooding, things like more volcanic eruptions, things like more wars, things like more what some people call false flag events or staged events. I would say situations where there's more activity within human society, from physical fitness fads to periods where there's a buzz around a particular movie or a type of music that lasts for a few years. Maybe more sexuality within the society or within advertising because of how people are responding to the increased energy. And along with that, more wars, again, more of that programming in the media. It's as if the sun, and I believe it does, boosts those natural primal energies. And so it's not blaming the sun, nor is it worshiping the sun. Things that people may attribute either positive or negative, there's different expressions, there's different effects on society coming from the sun. But ultimately our life does come from it. It is the ultimate energy source. And a boost of energy from the sun boosts, increase, maximizes what's already pre-existing. So certain emotional states, certain mentalities, things already in existence, everything is heightened. And so there's a deeper level of understanding about the sun. And that is what a lot of my work relates to. There's of course, a lot of news relating to the recent flood in Portland. And I messaged a friend that lives in Portland. And this person said, they weren't even really able to even take in the facts of what was going on with the flood because of all that was going on in her life. And something about a friend of a friend killing themselves. Again, a lot of this could be attributed to the sun. You do have an increase in people that are flooded with emotion from maybe a lifetime of unresolved issues. And because they don't realize how the sun is activating all of that, some people drop out. And I've noticed this years ago. And years ago, I also noticed the trends with people ODing on things like heroin and periods where it's a solar maximum epoch or cycle of time. Again, people haven't connected the dots between heightened emotions and how that can affect someone adversely if they don't handle those emotions in a healthy way. So this is a study that I think needs more advancement. And in this lifetime, that's the role that I'm playing, even if some people don't understand that. So we have flooding in Portland shortly after a geomagnetic storm. And there's also the possibility that there could be some weather modification. They're calling it an atmospheric river, where the jet stream just hovers over an area. And that's what it did. It rained a lot and just hovered over Portland. This is also coming at a time where China has announced that they have a air pollution emergency over Beijing. It's not outside the realm of possibility. As this powerful sun rises today, as I do this video, it's not outside the realm of possibility that some weather modification technology was used or that China is participating in such programs. We know they have the technology. So it's not just the possibility of HAARP being used. And most people that know their stuff have known this for years, that China has that technology. What's the possibility of this recent storm over Portland being partially engineered? The But the connection with the sun is there are several events throughout history where there have been large solar flares, X-class solar flares, right before a major event. Two that come to mind, Hurricane Katrina and Fukushima. Both, before that event, had a monster X-class solar flare impact the Earth's magnetic field. In both those cases, most conspiracy theorists just believe it's weather modification or HAARP. And I think the more likely scenario is that they are using those technologies when there are large solar flares and when the Earth's magnetic field is already alive with energy. They use that energy already in existence and attempt to redirect it, if that makes any sense to any of you at all. But I do believe that there is an advanced knowledge of the sun, how it impacts our weather, our temperature, and so many things, behavior, human psychology, and even the spiritual realms. I think that there is a science to this, that the real powers that be, whoever they are, wherever they are, there's a science to how human beings are impacted by the sun. And there is a world of study out there. You can even say a textbook on how to control humanity through the solar cycles. And we will save the rest of this conversation for another time. Alex Ansary here, signing off from northern New Mexico.